Alright, welcome back to another video. Today is a really exciting video because today is going to be the first time that I compare my Black Hunter Recurve bow and my Black Hunter Longbow. So I have both. I've been shooting this one for about a half year and the Recurve for about 3 months. The Recurve is 60 pounds and this is 40 pounds, so it's a little different, but I still have a good idea on both, and I hope this gives some people some insight on which one to get if they want to, or they're both amazing bows. Let me preference that. I think they're both really good to start shooting on. And really, honestly, I think the only huge difference between them is like what style you want to look at, all the time. There's a couple, hits and misses, or on both, or cons, but that's just more the nature of the beast. That we'll get into. So first and foremost, let's start shooting them. We'll run through some shooting and I'll talk about that. Okay, so we're going to start off with some shots from about right here, about 15 yards. Alright, we're going to shoot the longbow first. Alright, and I don't know if you guys could hear that, but it's really quiet, and that's the one thing. This bow is quieter than this bow by a bit. I'm going to shoot this one. This one's, it's not loud by any means, but I've had to dampen it quite a bit more, and I just think this one's a lot quieter. Alright, let's go walk up there. So on one of these I yanked pretty hard. So this is my longbow here. This is the Recurve. So we'll say one thing with the 40 pounds, it's really, here, I'm gonna get a better angle. Really smooth, and it doesn't really feel like it's super easy to hold, whereas the Recurve, it seems a little more shaky. Now they are both, the Recurve 60 pounds heavier for me, but you can get it in a 40, but it just seems a little less stable, which I think is just kind of the nature of the beast. They both don't really have hand shock at all, and they're both pretty quiet, but I would say the longbow sounds quieter to me. I'll try to get some more visible audio. But yeah, we'll film some more shooting. Alright, so there's another group from about 15, and it's kind of what I expect myself to shoot at 15. Usually a little tighter, but I'm switching back and forth from the bows and they shoot a little bit different, so the similarities between shooting them, they're pretty much exactly the same. Obviously my Recurve's a little harder to pull because of 60 pounds. So I don't have that exact comparison, but I think they're close to the same speed, honestly. Well, the Recurve definitely pumps them out a little faster, but the 40-pound longbow's no slouch. It's a reflex deflex, so we're gonna sit down and talk about them a little bit. Okay, so we touched on the shooting and stuff a little bit, and the sound. One last thing before we kind of wrap everything up talk about both of them. I wanted to talk about my actual hunting setup this year. So for black-tailed deer at least, and my fall turkey, I'm going to be running kudu broadheads, which are these, and they're a single bevel, and I'll break one out really quick. I think they look awesome with this, but I'm shooting 125 grains up front, and my bow's 60 pounds. So I might also, for turkey hunting, I might use my my longbow, but I'm shooting them at the same weight as far as, you know, tip weight. So I'm not really changing much of my aiming points, honestly. And there is that on there. So we're gonna really quick just do a field point versus shooting my kudu, and just see what the difference is, if one flies different. But I've shot this so far and it flies really well. I mean, you can't tell the difference. It flies just like my field point. So I'm gonna pull the arrows out and we will set you guys up behind me, and we'll take a couple shots. All right, I'm gonna try to walk out here. I can't see him frame though, so I think probably about here. We're gonna shoot the broadhead first. Try to get out of you guys' way. I mean, they fly. I put them in the exact same spot, which a lot of broadheads, or at least this is Wiki Eskimos I had before, I had to put them in kind of different spots from where I was putting my field points. With these, I aimed in the same spot and they hit, I mean, pretty darn close. I've been switching back and forth between bows, so I'm not as accurate as usual, but they fly awesome. I'm gonna pull them out really quick. And then when you pull a single bevel out, it makes this like twisting cut, so you have to twist out with it. Yeah, but really smooth to pull out. I'm really impressed with this broadhead. I'll probably back up a bit. And yeah, I'm excited to hunt with this Black Hunter Recurve. I'm gonna take you guys along, but I think it's totally deadly, and I think it can definitely get the job done, especially with these broadheads up front. So yeah, I'm excited for this late deer season, and that's my setup for that. And now we'll just talk about comparing the two and wrap this video up. I stuck this kudu head on my 40-pound bow just for fun on one of the arrows, and shot a field point right next to it. This is a kudu head, and that's the field point. And that was at about 20 yards probably. Look at that accuracy. That's awesome. Cool. Alright guys, so my final thoughts on these two bows. So let's start with this. This is my longbow, and I've had it for a while. It's a reflex deflex. I love it. I mean, it's really easy to shoot, it's fun to shoot, and this is what I started shooting traditional bows with, really. And I'm really glad I started with this and not my 60 pounds, because this is really, like, you can really be technical with this. And I mean, if your starting weight is not, isn't 40 pounds, start at, 20, start at 30. Don't start at 40, 50, Start low and then go high. But yeah, as far as speed, I think it stands up. It shoots pretty fast for a 40-pound bow. Looks, I love the looks of this bow. The Recurve is more maneuverable, like if you're in a blind or a tree stand. So this one is more like, I think if I was gonna hunt with this, I'd use it as a stalking bow, but the Recurve is still more just maneuverable. This is quieter by a little bit, I think. I have them silenced both with first silencers, but I also have these pads on my Recurve even to help some more. And it has a quiver on it, which I don't know if that adds dampening or not, but I think it's silent enough, you know, and it pushes them out there. Which one do I like more? I really do enjoy shooting this bow a lot because, I mean, it just has a really nice oomph to it, and I don't know, I enjoy it a lot. It's fun, and I like it. Both of them are fun to shoot. So, if I had to pick a favorite, man, I'm gonna go with this just a little bit because of the maneuverability. The one downside I feel like is a little more shaky, but that's also because it's 60 pounds. I'm not really struggling with it too much. As far as like the weight goes, that's not a problem for me. It's just the bow itself, stable. Like, I don't think it's quite as stable. So yeah. Yeah, so those are kind of my pros and cons of them. I think they're both amazing bows, and if you want to get started in it, this is a great option. They run like from $100 to like $130, so they're not expensive, and they're just a lot of fun to shoot. So yeah, that's kind of all I had for this video, and I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please like and subscribe. Thank you.